morning you guys, it's Karen, and today I thought I would come and talk about the Living Proof hair care that are my favourites. But as I was doing that and I was looking at my shelf, I realised, my shelf of hair care, that I've probably got some good dupes for this, and so I have. I've got dupes for all of these. I've got 5 Living Proof products in total, so I'll talk about each one and tell you what a dupe for it is, because Living Proof is fairly expensive. The first product I don't have, I need to order another tube, but I've actually got a full tube of the dupe, so I thought I would just use that for a while. But what I love from them is their overnight protector. No, it's not protector. I just checked what it's actually called. It's overnight nightcap overnight perfector. And the first thing I suppose I would say is that the PhD products, the Living Proof products, they all have a very distinct smell. I think it's a medical smell. And when I first started using them, I didn't love that smell, but now I do. I really love it. And the overnight hair perfector is one of only 2 serums that I use. And like I said, I'm going to tell you the dupe, that you can put it in your hair at night and you don't need to wash your hair in the morning. A lot of them tell you to. I can't remember whether the overnight hair perfector tells you to, but a lot of them say to rinse it out in the morning. But I used it on days where like my ends were feeling dry, or you know how sometimes I complain about not having a conditioner that completely detangled my hair. I'll use one of these at night, and then in the morning it just feels softer and less tangly, and I just always put it like in the bottom of my hair. You know, you don't saturate it or anything, you don't need very much at all, and you know from me that's saying something. So the Living Proof one is £30 and the dupe is this is £6.99, and this is by Charles Worthington. So it is the Moisture Seal Overnight Ultimate Hair Healer, and I just love this. And I actually discovered this before the PhD one. And the PhD one now, is it PhD or is it just Living Proof? No, it is PhD. The Living Proof one now, this is what this one looks like. It's just a serum, sort of a gel serum type thing, and I'm going to put some in my hair just now, because like I said, it doesn't do anything, you know, it doesn't make it sticky or and it smells amazing. Actually, if you don't like the smell of the Living Proof one, this one smells lovely. That's really nice. I forgot how nice that smelled. Yeah, I discovered this one first, and I used this one for quite a while, and then just, I don't know whether I got a mini or I treated myself to the other one and thought that one was just as nice. They're both really, really good, and they both do the same thing, you know, like I wake up feeling I've got the same results regardless of which one I use. I just do really like the smell of the PhD stuff. But that's a huge difference in price, isn't it? You know, £30 versus £6.99. Okay, next is the first product that I discovered from Living Proof that I absolutely love, and I couldn't for a long time find anything else to kind of match it, if you like. And this is the Perfect Hair Day 5-in-1 styling treatment. So you can see I always bought these little, they kind of deluxe travel size, aren't they? 60ml, because it is expensive to buy, you know, a big tube or a big bottle, but you don't need to use very much. That's what I would say about these things. Although they're expensive, although you might spend £30 on the nightcap thing, I think it lasted me, you know, maybe a year, obviously depending how long how often you use it. I don't use them that often. I use it when my hair is just feeling too tangly and a little bit dry, but you don't need very much of these products, and so they do last a long time. So this is just still one of my favorite things to use on my hair if I'm not testing anything out and I'm like going to meet a friend or something, going on a date, something like that. I would go, just going to use this because I know that my hair will blow dry lovely, you know. And the great thing about this, which I can't say for these dupes that I have tested fully, is that it holds the style. So if I use this and use my Babulous Big Hair, or I use Velcro rollers, or whatever I use, it holds the volume and the style in for a few days, and that's what I love about this. But like I said, expensive. So I've got 2 alternatives to this. One is a little bit less expensive. This one is £10, and this is by Fudge Professional. This is blow dry putty. Now I've only used this a couple of times, and I do find it to be very similar to this. You know, it's a cream, the same as this is a cream. This one is a bit, the Living Proof one is a bit thinner. You know, this is a bit of a thicker cream. And so they both, I don't feel that much difference with the results, but what I haven't really tested out is how long the blow dry putty from Fudge lasts. You know, does it hold my style for a couple of days? I can't remember. I've only used it twice. It doesn't have a scent either. Doesn't have much of a scent at all. And then the other one that I think is a great alternative for this is this peptide volumizing treatment from the Inkey List. This one is great at giving you volume, and in fact I would say it would give you a bit more volume than this one. This one gives the perfect amount of kind of volume with bounce and whatnot. This one gives you volume, and you need to be careful not to use too much, I feel like, otherwise it's a little bit, you know, not quite as bouncy. I don't love the packaging of this, etc., and this is a lot more liquidy. You know, you can hear it is just like water, but it's a great drugstore alternative if you're looking for a really nice blow dry with some volume. Okay, next is the Restore Repair Leave-In. This is just, you know, one that you just pump, and it's just a leave-in conditioner. This is one that I used and my hair felt amazing, but I had used a couple of other products and I wasn't sure which one was making it feel really detangled until I tried this on its own. You know, washed and dried my hair and said, right, I'm just going to use this and see how it is, and it does a really good job of detangling. Now, I've mostly tried it on this length of hair. The first time I used it, though, I did have longer hair, but this length of hair doesn't get quite as, you know, tangly at the bottom. I can run my hands through there, whereas a lot of times it's like, oh yeah, knots. But this is really, really good, and you honestly only need to use a little bit, so it's really, really good. So that's the Restore Repair Leave-In. Strengthens and transforms. Now, again, with these two dupes, these are things that I have bought and I'm testing to see if I can dupe the Olaplex range, and so I'm sort of still in the midst of testing for that. I am intending to do that video. So again, I've only used these two. I've used once. This Grow Strong, this is by Charles Worthington, Grow Strong Longer and Stronger Protein Treatment. So this is something that's going to strengthen your hair, and this has those properties in it. So it says Restore, Repair, Leave-In, Strengthens and Transforms. So this is another one that will strengthen your hair, and so if you're trying to get your hair into better condition and grow it out, this one would be great. This one is from Noughty, and it's the Intensive Care Leave-In Conditioner for frizzy and damaged hair. So I wanted to mention this one because this one is more of a detangler, whereas this one is more to strengthen your hair. So, you know, really those two together would kind of make this product, but either on their own are good, but this one just doesn't do the greatest job of detangling, but it does have that strengthening. Don't worry, I'll list them all for you, of course. My next favourite Living Proof product is this. This is the Full Root Lift All Day Boost at the Roots. This is really, really good, and I prefer spray-on things for root lift, for leave-in conditioners, etc., etc. So that's why I was attracted to this. I think because otherwise a lot of products can leave your hands feeling sticky, and I generally put this on in here in my kind of vanity room as opposed to in the bathroom, and so I don't have a towel to hand and blah blah blah. Anyway, I tried this and I kept thinking to myself, I really like it. It gives about the same root lift as I would say the 5-in-1 Perfector does. So it's not, your hair isn't going to be like massive, you know, this isn't giving a massive amount of volume, but it just gives it that little bit of, it doesn't feel completely flat. Actually, my hair's a little bit flat today, but that's just because I straightened it because I blow dried it and it was actually just a bit too big. So this will give you some root lift, definitely, but not massive amounts of it. But it's something I've been grabbing for when I've been like, oh, I don't know what to use, I'm just going to use that because there's a lot in here, and I know that I just need two or three spritzes over my hair at the roots, and it does its job. But the only thing is with this, it does, I think, give me greasy hair within a few days. So you guys know that I try to wash my hair every 3 days. Sometimes I can stretch it out to 4 if I'm curling it, or yeah, if I'm curling it, that's it really. But with this, I feel like my hair gets greasy quicker. So that's the only downside to this, but it is really good. And a dupe of this, again, I've actually got 2 dupes for this. And one of them, again, is Charles Worthington, but this is the Volume and Bounce Big Blow Dry Spray. And this does give volume, but again, like this, it's not massive volume. But But the other one is by Mark Hill, and this is called Extreme Root Lift Volume Spray. This is probably the closest to this one, because this one gives more volume than the Charles Worthington one, but it depends how much you want, you know, and how much you want your hair to feel like it's got product in it. What I haven't noticed is whether this Charles Worthington one makes my hair feel greasy quicker. I did test this one for that purpose and it makes no difference, you know, it's absolutely fine. So like I said, I'd say this is the closest to this. They both give a bit of volume. You might get an extra bit of volume with this one, and they both give, you know, root lift. This one is a little bit milder, and I haven't tested it out for whether or not it leaves my roots getting greasier quicker. The final one is, oh, I've actually used quite a bit of that. I used it quite a lot when I first got it because I thought it was amazing, and it was one, it's called Blowout. Heat protection, faster, easier, salon worthy blowout. So this one says that it shapes and sets hair, and it gives heat protection. So I think I wanted to try this because I couldn't find one that you spray on dry hair. I like the type of heat protection that when I'm using straighteners, I'll spray it on and then use my straightener. I don't know why, I just feel more comfortable with that. But I thought I would try this because I couldn't find one at the time that was cruelty free. And the fact that it was called Blowout, I thought that sounds lovely. So I tried it, not really expecting very much. And I made sure I used it, you know, on its own. Like I didn't use any other products, so that whatever the result of this was, I knew it came from this. And it did just feel like I had a really nice blow dry. You know, it just gives you that extra little bit of oomph. It's almost like the 5-in-1 styling treatment in a spray, you know, in that it says on it you need to use less brushwork, but then it does also tell you to section your hair, spray this on, and then use a brush to style it. But I just did find that it gave me a bit more of a salon blow dry, and I really enjoyed using it. You know, like I said, I just thought, oh, I don't think I'm going to feel like that, you know, faster, easier, salon worthy blowout, but it did, and I do really enjoy this. And another product that is a dupe of this that also surprised me with the very same feeling is this one. This is the Mark Hill 12-in-1 Wonder Spray. And what's the difference between these? Not very much, because you obviously get more in this one. Oh, that's one of the differences. That one's a really strong smell. Actually, that one might, from that smell, it might have alcohol in it. And this one doesn't smell like it does. Actually, that isn't the usual PhD smell or Living Proof smell. Maybe it's just the PhD products that smell like that, because they've got their different lines, haven't they? Yeah, this one may have alcohol in it, but this one, again, if I use this, I don't get massive root lift, which is why I haven't continued to use this a lot. I bought this one before getting this one. But I do get some volume, and I do get, you know, bouncy hair. It's just not giving me massive root lift, but it gives you that overall nice feeling. So if you just want to add something in to make your hair feel a bit more salon-like, this would be great. So I'll make sure and link that for you, don't worry, link all of these products that I've talked about. So that's everything. One thing to mention vegan-wise is that the only product out of all of these Living Proof ones that is not vegan is the 5-in-1 styling treatment. So they use beeswax in here, but the rest of the products I believe are vegan. So Living Proof is cruelty free, but they do some vegan products, or mostly vegan products, but some, there's about 5 or 6 that are not vegan. If you don't know the difference, cruelty free means that the final product was not tested on animals. Vegan means that the ingredients used are not from animals. I don't know about the Charles Worthington, Mark Hill, etc. I don't think any of the others are vegan. But I hope that that was interesting to you. I hope that that was helpful. Please let me know if you've got any favourite products from Living Proof, because they're the kind of thing that I sort of treat myself to, if you like. And I do love hair care. You guys know I used to have 4 shelves and that was packed, and I had to really kind of reduce it. And then when it got to changing to cruelty free, I chucked quite a few out. I've still got two or three products that are not cruelty free from Kerastase that I need to use up, you know, tubes of leave-in treatment and whatnot. But I do love a hair care product, and I love to put it on, you know, like a wish list or something for Christmas and whatnot. So I think I'll probably put the overnight hair protector on my Christmas wish list. But yeah, let me know what your favourites are, or let me know what your drugstore favourites are. I hope that that was useful. Let me tell you what I've got on makeup wise. I'm wearing, this is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Foundation. It's one of those that, it's the only foundation I now own that is not cruelty free. It's one that I have loved for years and that I'm sad that I won't be able to buy it again. Well, I would be able to, but I'm choosing not to. And I always leave it and don't use it because I'm like, no, I'll save it for a best occasion, you know, but I'm like, it's going to have to go off at some point. It smells exactly the same. It has got a little bit of perfume in it. And I think it's probably, is it a little bit lighter than my neck? I don't know. I thought it might be too light. But anyway, that's what it is. On my eyes, I just used the Morphe 18T palette. And then the lashes are the ones that, my favourite lashes from that Eyelash Emporium they're called Walk of Fame. Urban Decay blush in Rapture on my cheeks, and then on my lips is the Colourpop lipstick in Bumble, which I also love. It's really, really nice. And I know a lot of people don't get on with Colourpop lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, but I've never had an issue. And yeah, really like this one. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.